just knowing how to lay the brick doesn't get the house built. Food for thought as we kick off the second video in this mini-series called Depression and Dating. Hi, welcome back to the Beauty of Life channel. Because our emotional body affects all of our relationships, I felt it was important to bring focus to how our relationships impact us emotionally. These videos are meant to educate, inspire, and validate, not to exclude or shame anyone. It's no secret that men and women have certain expectations of one another. Some are in our genetic coding, and some are taught or acquired. With expectation comes the potential for disappointment. When allowed to fester, disappointment leaves scars. That's not to say that you shouldn't have your own set of values and preferences. Some women have a lot of very specific preferences, while others are more open. One common relationship theme is a woman looking for a man who's the daddy type. Now, if there are any guys watching, this is when you're going to want to take notes because I'm about to give out some cheat codes. Don't worry, that's video game talk. Here's what happens. Girl meets boy and there's an attraction. That's level 1. Level 2, is he the relationship type? If the answer is yes, then within a week, bam, level 3. We've already imagined our wedding, our house, and our children with you. Congratulations, Dad. Level 4 is dependent upon his ability to defeat King Koopa and save the princess. Is he the daddy type? What's the daddy type? I'm so glad you asked. Simply put, safety and security. It has very little to do with the bedroom, aside from having a bedroom and a basic structure around it. Whether your woman works or takes care of house and home, she wants the security of knowing that you aren't going to do anything to mess up the happy and most likely comfortable life that she is trying to help you build. That's the foundation right there. Speaking of foundation, now you're approaching level 3, which is kind of like Minecraft or building a house. I gotta stop letting my kids play video games. So you start building up that concrete slab and soon it's time to lay brick. Any good builder knows that you must make sure each brick aligns properly or the entire structure is compromised. By the way, if you already know that you're only good for about 1/4 of a wall, tell her, and then don't stick around when she wants the entire house. There are many of acres of land on this beautiful earth. I don't care how much you love throwing your bricks around, don't be greedy. However, if you are willing to build a structure around your relationship, it needs to matter as if you yourself laid each brick by hand. We honestly want every part of what we share to matter that much, within reason. We may even depend on you for guidance because we consider you the ultimate best friend, or at least that's what we hope for. Partners for life. We take that very seriously. It's also important to us that you care about our interests. It makes us feel valued. That means whatever she's talking to you about, she chose to talk to you about it. Just listen and care. Just care. That in and of itself is a certain level of security. Feeling valued helps people to feel more secure about themselves. If she's talking to you about patterned floor tile, you don't have to care about the tile. Care about her enough to be considerate of the fact that it matters to her what she walks into when she finally has time to pamper herself. It can only improve your life if she feels comfortable sharing her heart's desires with you. I realize the ways of a woman can be quite confusing, but don't worry, we'll get into that a little bit more in my next video. Okay, so the depression connection. Our DNA sets the expectation that a father provides and protects, while society teaches that a man provides a house, is faithful to his wife, and participates in educating his children by reinforcing values, beliefs, expectations, and spends good old-fashioned quality time with them. Unfortunately, not a lot of women have grown up with a father like that and now have what are commonly referred to as daddy issues. This is important because one of the main side effects of daddy issues is low self-esteem. Do you know what that leads to? A crack in your foundation. We don't always know how deep it is, so we may need you to go into the crawl space and see what's going on. It may be an easy fix, or you might have to rent a jackhammer and get to the bottom of things. We'll help you clean up the mess, but we may depend on you to take extra special care in patching that vulnerable, exposed foundation. If we are continuously made to feel unimportant by the men that we admire most, the potential for depression only increases. Now, I'm not saying that she has no responsibility in how she chooses to allow things to affect her, but again, I'll get into that in my next video. Skip to level 7. You're a dad. Now we have a new set of expectations. We now need the house to run more like a factory. If you're doing things to hold up the assembly line, production decreases, profit decreases, and you are no longer in any position to ask for a raise. And now she feels like a machine. If you allow her to become the machine, she will be unable to properly care for herself, and depression could soon be her closest companion. She will lose sleep, overexert herself, and start to resent you. Your default setting could be to treat her the way you would want someone else to treat your daughter. Don't get it twisted. We're perfectly capable of doing this all ourselves. But we're with you because we want to share our life with someone who truly believes that we are an individual who deserves unconditional love, so in turn, we can feel safe enough to give unconditional love. I know no two relationships are the same, but I'm hopeful for a little reboot in our relationship abilities. I believe we can do better. I know we can, but it all starts right here. If you found any of this helpful or amusing, be sure to like and subscribe to the Beauty of Life channel. Press that notification bell to see my next video, Depression and Dating Part 3, where I'll shift perspectives a little bit and explore what women can do differently in our relationships. Until then, thanks for joining me in working toward a more beautifully balanced life.